Happy Friday, everyone. Well, yesterday we talked about the variety in temperatures across the state. Today we've got to talk about the variety in the wind speeds across the state, because for some it's going to be a very windy day. For others, just a little bit of a light breeze. All right, so let's track wind gusts throughout the day. Already at 8 a.m. this morning, getting windy for the central and eastern part of the state with those gusts 30, 35 miles per hour. Just a little bit breezy around SCOTTSBLUFF and Oshkosh. In general, that's the story of the day. The farther east you live, the windier it's going to be. And I do think peak wind time is from about 11 a.m. this morning until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Notice how those gusts transitioning into the 40s for places like O'Neill, Norfolk, Omaha, Sioux City. So kind of three zones across the state. We've got the very windy zone, which is roughly from Grand Island on to the east, and then from Grand Island to roughly about North Platte. We'll call it a windy day. And then in the far western part of the state, really just breezy more than anything. Let's check out 2 o'clock, which in general will probably be peak wind time. Again, there's not going to be much variation between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. in our wind gusts. So I think on average we'll probably see the strongest gusts roughly 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And notice you're seeing those gusts 30s, North Platte, Kearney, but in the 40s, on up to, look at that, a gust around 51 miles per hour in Sioux City. Meanwhile, just kind of breezy, SCOTTSBLUFF, 22 miles per hour. So from Grand Island to Omaha on up to Sioux City, and I'll even mention it for Lincoln and Beatrice as well, pretty much anywhere east of Grand Island with those gusts, 45 to maybe even 50 miles per hour. This is the kind of wind that can knock down tree branches, and that can cause isolated power outages. This is the kind of wind where it's a good idea to keep a firm grip on the steering wheel, because these kind of gusts, you'll feel them hitting your car. They're not going to flip your car over, but they can cause you to drift into the next lane if you don't have a good grip on that steering wheel. So firm grips on the steering wheel, and also remember, secure those lightweight objects. You know, whether it's a bird feeder hanging in your tree, maybe some plastic furniture on your deck. It'll get blown around in these kind of gusts. So bring them inside or make sure they are secure. 5 o'clock, the strong winds are still with us. So that's homebound commute time. Finally, once we get the sun to go down, that always makes a difference in the winds. And we transition to 8 o'clock this evening. If you have Friday evening plans, better. You're not going to have those brutal winds. Again, those gusts 40, 45, really unpleasant to be outside when winds are that strong. But notice, even the places they're seeing those strongest winds, notice 8 o'clock this evening, gusts around 24 miles per hour in Omaha, 22 in Lincoln, even Sioux City, just 27 miles per hour. So certainly some improvement once the sun goes down. Okay, so that was today. But one more thing I want to talk about is the temperatures, which, unlike yesterday, are going to be pretty uniform across the state. We're looking at temperatures mid to upper 50s, which is right where we should be for this time of year. The problem is, going through the weekend, a cold front's going to be impacting the eastern part of the state, but not the western part of the state. So a lot of variety in temperatures for Saturday and Sunday. Let's track that for you, and we'll work our way from east to west across the state, starting with Lincoln and Omaha, your weekend forecast. Dry until Sunday. I've got to mention the possibility for a few showers popping up on Sunday, but it's a small chance. It's more likely that you're going to stay dry. But notice how we cool in the Lincoln and Omaha area. Only a high of 50 on Saturday, Sunday, 47. But after we get past this windy day today and a breezy evening, finally, not much wind to talk about. Notice gusts 15 miles per hour on Saturday, 15 miles per hour on Sunday. Generally looking at partly cloudy skies with just that small chance for a few showers on Sunday. So I guess I'll give a slight edge for the better outdoor day on Saturday versus Sunday. So there's no rain chance, and it's just a touch warmer as well. Temperatures both Friday and Saturday night in the upper 20s. Now compare this to Grand Island and Kearney, where it's going to be warmer. And basically your temperatures are going to stay roughly the same as we're seeing today. We're going to be in the upper 50s both Saturday and Sunday, looking completely dry tonight through Sunday for Grand Island and Kearney. Again, you'll also be breezy early this evening, but the winds will die down Saturday versus Sunday for the better outdoor day. I'd say pretty much a wash. It will be a little bit breezy on Sunday, gust 20 miles per hour, but also a little bit warmer. Saturday night, probably just a touch better than Friday night, just because a little bit warmer and not quite as breezy. But now let's take a look at the western part of the state, SCOTTSBLUFF. And oh my goodness, look at these temperatures. You're actually going to be dealing with a warm front instead of a cold front. So 68 on Saturday, but on Sunday, 78 degrees, almost 80 degrees on Sunday. One thing I do have to mention is very late tonight. It looks like one little opportunity for some snow flurries, believe it or not. We're going to talk about 80 degrees on Sunday. It's going to be 32 tonight. And very late tonight, not during the evening hours, very late tonight, a few snow flurries may work over us in Scottsbluff. Not much wind tonight, Saturday night, but it will get breezy on Sunday.